I am Ra. I greet you in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. We communicate now. Question 70.1. Questioner, could you please give me an indication of the condition of the instrument? Answer, I am Ra. We are gratified to say that it is as previously stated. Question 70.2. Questioner, why do you say that you are gratified to say that? Answer, I am Ra. We say this due to a sense of gratitude at the elements which have enabled this instrument to maintain, against great odds, its vital energy at normal vibratory strength. As long as this complex of energies is satisfactory, we may use this instrument without depletion regardless of the distortions previously mentioned. Question 70.3. Questioner, the instrument has complained of intensive psychic attack for the past diurnal period, approximately. Is there a reason for the intensification of this psychic attack? Answer, I am Ra. Yes. Question 70.4. Questioner, can you tell me what this reason is, please? Answer, I am Ra. The cause is that with which you are intimately involved, that is, the cause is the intensive seeking for what you may call enlightenment. This seeking upon your parts has not abated, but intensified. In the general case, pain, as you call this distortion, and the various exaggerations of this distortion by psychic attack would, after the depletion of physical complex energy, begin the depletion of vital energy. This instrument guards its vital energy due to previous errors upon its part. Its subconscious will, which is preternaturally strong for this density, has put a ward upon this energy complex. Thus the Orion visitor strives with more and more intensity to disturb this vital energy as this group intensifies its dedication to service through enlightenment. Question 70.5. Questioner, I have an extra little question that I want to throw in at this time. Is regressive hypnosis on an individual past birth in this incarnation to reveal memories to it of previous incarnations a service or a disservice to it? Answer, I am Ra. We scan your query and find you shall apply the answer to your future. This causes us to be concerned with the first distortion. However, the query is also general and contains an opportunity for us to express a significant point. Therefore, we shall speak. There is an infinite range of possibility of service-disservice in the situation of time regression hypnosis, as you term this means of aiding memory. It has nothing to do with the hypnotist. It has only to do with the use which the entity so hypnotized makes of the information so gleaned. If the hypnotist desires to serve and if such a service is performed only upon sincere request, the hypnotist is attempting to be of service. Question 70.6. Questioner, in the last session Ra stated that the path back from sixth density negative time-space revolves, firstly, about the higher self's reluctance to enter negative time-space. Could you explain the higher self's position with respect to positive and negative time-space and why it is so reluctant to enter negative time-space that it is necessary for the mind, body, spirit complex to incarnate in negative space-time to find its path back? Answer, I am Ra. In brief, you have answered your own query. Please question further for more precise information. Question 70.7. Questioner, why is the higher self reluctant to enter negative time-space? Answer, I am Ra. The higher self is reluctant to allow its mind, body, spirit complex to enter negative time-space for the same basic reason an entity of your societal complex would be reluctant to enter a prison. Question 70.8. Questioner, what I am trying to understand here is more about the higher self and its relationship with the mind, body, spirit complex. Does the higher self have a sixth density mind, body, spirit complex that is a separate unit from the mind, body, spirit complex that is, in this case, displaced to negative time-space? Answer, I am Ra. This is correct. The higher self is the entity of mid-sixth density which, turning back, offers this service to itself. Question 70.9. Questioner, I think I have an erroneous concept of the mind, body, spirit complex that, for instance, I represent here in this density and my higher self. This probably comes from my concept of space and time. I am going to try to unscramble this. The way I see it right now is that I am existing in two different locations, here and in mid-sixth density, simultaneously. Is this correct? Answer: I am Ra. You are existing at all levels simultaneously. It is specifically correct that your higher self is you in mid-sixth density, and, in your way of measuring what you know of as time, your higher self is yourself in your future. Question 70.10. Questioner: am I correct in assuming that all of the mind, body, spirit complexes that exist below levels of mid-sixth density have a higher self at the level of mid-sixth density? Is this correct? Answer: I am Ra. This is correct. Question 70.11. Questioner: would an analogy for this situation be that an individual's higher self is manipulating, to some extent shall I say, the mind, body, spirit complex that as its analog to move it through the lower densities for the purposes of gaining experience and finally transferring that experience or amalgamating it in mid-sixth density with the higher self? Answer: I am Ra. This is incorrect. The higher self does not manipulate its past selves. It protects when possible and guides when asked, but the force of free will is paramount. The seeming contradictions of determinism and free will melt when it is accepted that there is such a thing as true simultaneity. The higher self is the end result of all the development experienced by the mind, body, spirit complex to that point. Question 70.12. Questioner: then what we are looking at is a long path of experience through the densities up to mid-sixth density, which is a function totally of free will and results in the awareness of the higher self in mid-sixth density. But since time is illusory and there is a, shall I say, unification of time and space or an eradication of what we think of as time, then, all of this experience that results in the higher self because of evolution through the densities, is existing while the evolution takes place. It is all simultaneous. Is this correct? Answer: I am Ra. We refrain from speaking of correctness due to our understanding of the immense difficulty of absorbing the concepts of metaphysical existence. In time-space, which is precisely as much of yourself as is space-time, all times are simultaneous, just as, in your geography, your cities and villages are all functioning, bustling, and alive with entities going about their business at once. So it is in time-space with the self. Question 70.13. Questioner: the higher self existing in mid-sixth density seems to be at the point where the negative and positive paths of experience merge into one. Is there a reason for this? Answer: I am Ra. We have covered this material previously.